Hi, I'm Paul, and in today's video, I'm diving deep into my Obsidian Starter Vault Pro, available on my KoFi page. If you're new to Obsidian or struggling to get started, this video is for you. I'll give you a sneak peek inside the Vault, showing you how it's structured and how it can help you quickly learn Obsidian and build a solid foundation for your note-taking system. Join me as we explore the Obsidian Starter Vault Pro. What is the Obsidian Starter Vault Pro? The Obsidian Starter Vault Pro is your companion to my Obsidian Beginner's Guide series on YouTube. Designed to help new users master Obsidian, it includes a thoughtful folder structure that aligns with my channel's tips and tricks. There are over 100 notes included with the Starter Vault, as well as essential templates to jumpstart your note-taking journey. Starter Vault Pro Overview. So if you're just getting started with Obsidian, head over to obsidian.md and go click on the download link. Select your operating system download link. I'll be going through the Starter Kit Pro on Windows, so I'm going to hit the download for Windows button here. At the time of making this recording, the version of Obsidian is 1.7.7. So I simply just click on the exe file, run through the Obsidian installer. It'll take a couple of seconds to install, and once it's installed, we just want to hit finish and run Obsidian. You're going to be presented with a few options here. You're going to have the option to quick start, create a new vault, open folder as vault, or sign in with Obsidian Sync. So I want you to go open the vault that you've unzipped, and this is going to be the Obsidian Starter Vault Pro. I've extracted the zip file in the Documents Obsidian folder, and I've called it Obsidian Starter Vault Pro. You can rename this to whatever you would like to call your vault. It's going to ask you if you want to trust the author of this vault. Simply select Trust Author and enable plugins. That will load the Obsidian Starter Vault Pro. And then inside here, you have the first section of the beginner's guide, which is the prologue. So you can simply just click the YouTube video here, which will start playing part 1 of the series. You could also just select the YouTube logo to watch it on YouTube, and this might be good if you have two monitors side by side. Once you've completed the section, you can navigate down to the call out. And if we click on Fall in Love with Systems Not Goals, we can see that we have a link here. So you can either hit the middle mouse button, which will open the note in another tab, and then you can just simply scroll down and read that section of the starter kit. Alternatively, you can just click the link directly, and that will take you straight into the note. To navigate back, you can select the home button, or you can select the navigate back. So when we select the home button, it goes back to the start here page. Now, if you don't want the prologue open every time you navigate back, select the little edit button, come down to where it says info and just put a minus, then go back up to reading mode, and that will collapse the call out. Then you can move down to part 1, getting started with Obsidian. And this one has a link to part 1 of the beginner's guide. And then each section is broken down from there. So we have our introduction, our setup, then exploring the interface. So if we click on overcoming common barriers for beginners, we can see that we have the first part here, which covers everything in the video. If you don't want to go back to the start here page or the home page, there is a little call out navigation here, which you can click again. Then you've got all your part 1 links in there. If you've finished reading Overcoming Common Barriers for Beginners, you can go down to the next part, which is why I choose Obsidian. That will take you to the second page of part 1, and you can go through this. At the bottom of each page, you will also have a navigation where you can click and go to the next section. And if you ever want to skip ahead, you can go back home and go to the next part, which might be part 2, mastering the basics, creating powerful notes, which will include learning essential markdown, effective note-taking, and note-making strategies. connecting your knowledge, which includes linking your notes as well as understanding backlinks and how they work. There's also a section for organizing for easy access, and this will cover tags and search as well as what are maps of contents. Inside part 3, unlocking Obsidian's potential, you'll find the visualize your knowledge, which covers off on exploring graph views as well as visualizing your notes with Obsidian Canvas. There's also a section for boosting your workflow, getting started with templates, and a beginner's guide to Obsidian journaling. Then we have part 4, the power of community. And then we have a link here that showcases all the most influential Obsidian community members. Over to the left-hand side, we have our folder structure. And then we have some folder notes where we can click on each section. So if we click on the NoteLab, this is the default location where all the notes are located. There's a little button inside that says About NoteLab, and if you click on the About NoteLab, it will give you a little note on what this section of the starter kit is about. So in this instance, the NoteLab is your default inbox. It's a place to capture notes. It's helpful when you need to capture information as quickly as possible, when you make a lot of notes but don't have time to sort and organize them, or you're capturing the note and you don't want any friction to get the note in your notebook. There's a link to go back to the NoteLab, and then inside here, there's all the notes that are contained within that folder. So we can see we have 41 notes in the NoteLab. We have a date of when they were last edited or created. Then there's links to get to all the notes inside there. And that's the same for the map of contents. We have a description in there of what your map of contents are. So this is an index location for information inside your vault. Then we have a cards folder with a link about cards. So cards is where we store our ideas, concepts, people, quotes, or tools. And you can read through all about cards inside there. We have spaces, then a link about spaces. And so spaces is a place to distill your ideas, to show your work. Then we have our vault, and this is where we store all our captured information from articles, books, courses, movies, music papers, TV, Twitter, videos, or YouTube. Then there's a section for your journal. And I've also put a link in there to show you an idea of how to set up a journal, a habit tracker, and a cycles and reviews dashboard. And then inside the toolkit, we have a link which talks about what's stored in the toolkit, such as images, PDFs, scripts, snippets, templates, and metabind embeds. On the status bar in the bottom right-hand side, we have a quick add link. And if we click on the quick add, we have a few ways to create notes inside our starter kit. So this could be from creating a new note to adding a journal note, adding a new learning note, a new tool, a new idea, or a new concept. And these are simply set up as quick add commands inside the quick add settings. If you want to change the appearance of your starter kit, you can come into the Appearance tab and go select the minimal theme. Then down here you have the minimal theme settings where you can go choose some predefined dark modes color schemes or light mode color schemes. And that could be handy if you just want to have a quick style applied to the new starter kit. Then there's also style settings where you can come into the minimal tab here and you can change your heading colors or font types. And you can also customize the interface colors and a whole other lot of settings inside there. Inside the Spaces Canvas folder, there is an example of an Obsidian canvas. So if you click the middle mouse button and drag and then hold down Control and use the mouse wheel, you can scroll right in and you can start learning how to use Obsidian Canvas. And then you simply just click and hold the middle mouse button and drag down, or you can use the mouse wheel to roll down and then hold down Control and zoom out to learn about exploring the Obsidian settings menu. And if you need more space, you can click the collapse the right pane, collapse the left pane, and that'll give you a little bit more space to work with. You can just simply hold the middle mouse button down, click and drag, and read that way. And if you ever want to navigate back to the start page, just click the start here, and that will take you back to the start page. Once you've completed the beginner series, there's a link here to level up, and inside here is a link to the channel where you can go through some more videos about how to further customize your Obsidian Starter Vault Pro. If you're interested in grabbing the Obsidian Starter Vault Pro, you can find the link in the description below. I've also included a link to the free starter kit in the description if you would just like to follow along with the video series without the Pro version. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.